Shalom, shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, we love to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who were well within his ministry and taught us this amount the truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that preach this truth on four corners of the globe, risking their lives for to do so. Shalom, shalom. All right, this is GMS Cleveland branch. We out here another week. All right, to prophesy the downfall of this place, America, also known as Babylon, man. Okay, and West 25th down there where we at in Cleveland, on the west side of Cleveland, West 25th, they're having a protest. All right, basically, go ahead, brother.
You got hella women protesting, basically pushing feminism. They said stop the war against women and the alphabet gang members.
Right, and that's all to do what? To continue to uphold this place, man. All right, but what the Lord is doing, he's bringing this place down, man. All right, so all these, hey, man, the Lord is using Trump to get all you minority groups out the picture. Y'all don't matter, man. All you happy people, all you women, niggas been new, you know, niggas been had that treatment. Niggas been getting that treatment. The Israelite man has been getting that treatment. But now all you other minorities is getting that treatment too. All right, but hey, man, the king of Babylon is forsaking you people, man. That's why y'all go protesting about this, that, and the third. Because the king of Babylon is forsaking you people, man. Why? Because his kingdom is fucking falling. The Lord brought his kingdom up years ago, man. Them different, wars that this devil was doing with these different other nations, man. That was the build up of his kingdom. But now we're watching the fall of his kingdom, man. All right, you've been ruling in wickedness for too long. And now it's time for your ass to get brought down.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 12 says, your mother shall be sore confounded, he that bare you shall be ashamed.
Right, and that mother is Great Britain, because America came forth out of the 13 colonies, all right, and then it turned into 50 states. All right, but why is Great Britain ashamed of this place? Because of all the immorality of this place, man. All right, because this place is a fucking embarrassment. Look at the political system. The political system is damn near a fucking a show, a comedic show, man. You know, and then when you look at the morals of the people, look at the civilians of the people in the land. Either everybody's either Mo, everybody's either the men are feminine, the women are masculine, everything's all topsy fucking turvy, man. And all these other countries, you don't see that shit. The food is fucked up. All these different chemicals in the food. That's why people are slow. People have a mild case of fucking autism or some shit, man. The people's minds are warped based off all of the shit that the king of Babylon is doing to his people, man. The laws are all fucked up, man. The laws are all fucked up. But you go to any other country, everything seems more in order, man. Even the way they treat Jake, when you go to different countries, they treat Jake with respect. When you come in here in America, this is supposed to be like the kingdom of all kingdoms. But here it is. This place is shameful spewing on this place, man. You got people on the internet talking about the unrighteousness of this place. They don't take care of their people. America don't take care of the American civilians. They take care of Ukraine and all and all them niggas, man. So of course, these are all the reasons why Great Britain is looking down on this place. Because Great Britain still has that exquisiteness about themselves, man, over there, man. There's certain things that they do it for a certain standard. But America's standard is falling, man.
Reading on, it says, behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be as a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert.
Because the Lord is going to bring this place down, man. Here it is. When the Lord built up this place, America, off the backs of the Israelites, you had a multitude of nations coming here. You had all type of Ishmaelites coming here, Arabs, Chinese people, all different type of nations coming here. But now the end of Babylon is going to be what? All these other nations are going to flee America. If a brother could grab that in Isaiah 13. And you're seeing that, man. You see all these different heathens that came here to go to college, that came here to build up a business, to come in and make a better life for themselves. Now they're leaving this place, man, because they see this place is circling the drain. They see the economy is crashing, They see the corruptness within the the hierarchy in the government. So it's like we're better off in our own country dealing with the shit we was dealing with before we even came here, man. So now you're starting to see these other nations, they're leaving this place, man, because they see this place is going to a fucking shithole.
But got that. And it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and verse 14. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone into his own land.
Right. You know, and it's just like the chase rope. If you chasing a deer or an elk, that motherfucker gonna get up through on your ass, man. You know, with the urgency. And that's how these other nations is leaving America. They're leaving this place with urgency, man.
It says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Right, because danger is coming to this place. Anarchy is coming to this place, man. All right? Mass chaos is coming to this place, man. Lawlessness is coming to this place. And these people see these the regular average American citizen sees these things happening. So how much more for these other nations that came here to build a life for themselves and their families, man? They see this shit is crumbling. They see, okay, because you don't fit this standard of being an American. Now war is being posed on you. Look at what's going on with Trump. He's posing tariffs on these other countries, other nations, man. And then he's so-called sending these immigrants back to their land. So these people see that the war is on you. The war is on you, American citizens, no matter what nationality you are. If you're here in the land of America, you're a fucking enemy, man.
A lot of these people is realizing that in their own land they can prosper too, because you got a lot in their own lands. You got a lot of opportunity now more so than ever, like compared to the past. You know, from America going in and destroying the land and trying to infrastructure, put they whatever else, set up like democracy. But now you got it a turn of events. If these nations got nuclear capability, that means that these nations also too got some type of form of stability within the people. Like these people, I saw a video. They said this is what Africa really looks like compared to what America displayed as. You know what I'm saying? So the point I was making is that, to back you up, bro, these people can go to their own lands and still prosper like they would in America. They could become a doctor. They could become a stock, whatever. They could be whatever. They got NBA, they got basketball leagues, they got all type of shit that America got now. You know what I'm saying? It might not be as popular, but they got it. You know, so these people can prosper. Yeah, natural resources. You know what I'm saying? They're not high in those natural resources as much. You know what I'm saying? You got these gold mines being discovered and these different things that's being discovered. You know, so people don't need America like that no more. Yeah. Down to the people, bro.
Don't nobody need the US dollar no more. even Americans getting rid of their own currency, man.
Yeah, beautiful. Right? They go into like Bitcoin and like different forms of it.
BRICS is one of the American dollar. With their cryptocurrency that they promote.
Yeah.
Dollars.
Yeah, that we was talking about that last night with the yen. I think we were dealing with the taking out the SWIFT. BRICS, yen, like it's like in the making. It's in the process of being, it's in the process right now. But like Juan Wallace said, they got their own system now, you know, and that's why Trump and the niggas so mad, because when Zelensky said what he said, like the war is going to touch this place. That means that they really realizing that they about to lose. You know what I'm saying? Because if war touched this place, that ain't never happened. It ain't never happened to America where war dominated on American soil. You don't see Chinese airplanes flying through America. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that type of shit.
You don't see Russian bombs hit somewhere in fucking Atlanta and 1,500 people were injured and 500 were killed. Yeah. You see that shit in these other countries because it's America behind the shit, man.
It's because you have made a statement that America is going to do away with its own currency. Why? Because you have other nations, they talking about doing away with the American currency, because the US dollar, that's the world reserve currency. But in order for America to keep up with the other nations, because the other nations, they already pushing forward to a digital currency on top of that. So it's like they a step ahead of America. So for America to keep up or to surpass, they're going to have to do what? They're going to have to crash this society.
Well, I was gonna say they're not gonna get rid of the dollar. Is not gonna go away. It's gonna change its form. Like the form of currency is gonna change. They're trying to change the form of currency. Like it's all like what we mean by the gold standard, when they took away the gold standard and all that. The dollar is just gonna be transformed into a new form of itself. You know what I'm saying? Which is why where you get the MOTB from. Like that whole concept, that's gonna be transformed to a digital format. But you know what I'm saying? So the currency formation is just gonna shift. The dollar is still gonna be still here, man. You know, so you can understand. You know, it's just these nations is bringing a other form of currency. You got the what's this shit called? What's the shit? The yuan. What's another one? You got the euro. Like I said, it's a euro.
Which the euro was set up by Esau. Esau gave, because that was for the EU nations. The euro was set up for the EU nations to be able to make business with America. You know? So the euro going to eventually crash too.
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 16, it says, cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. It's the sower from Babylon and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest, that's dealing with farming, husbandry and things like that, which that was the main business that everybody was partaking in back in the ancient world. And the main businesses today would be investing in, Mr. Heroes, goddamn Rascal House, Subway, and things like that, which we were investing into these different franchises, the heathen. So it said cut off those franchises, which is going to be in the form of what? Esau, Edom crashing the society. And these heathens, they could already see it happening before it actually happened. Not only just because the prophets is telling them, but they hear about the terrors. They see this and that taking place. And what's that's going to result in? It says, for fear of the oppressive sword, which the oppressive sword is the self-proclaimed white man coming down with great wrath, crashing his own society. It says, they shall turn everyone to his people, they shall flee everyone to his own land. Going back to what you said. That's why you're going to have these heathens. They're going to be getting on airplanes, even though the airplane might crash, but they're going to have the idea in their head to go back to where they came from. Because they when they came over here, they still had family, they still had houses back at home. They came over here because they know America's a consumer society, and if they invested to it, they're gonna make profit and they can send it back to their country. So they're going back to something.
Right. That's why they wouldn't. That's why a lot of them won't come all at once. A lot of the families won't come all at once. It would be like 1 or 2 out of the family that would come over here. That's it. And then they would, like you said, they would send it back and probably bring another one and keep flipping it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, it's an investment. But look, what you do with an investment, though, you see your shit like stocks and shit. Like when you see your shit, you see it starting to go, like hell no, I'm gonna pull out. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit gonna crash. I'm gonna lose everything that I invested into, bro. So these niggas like hell no. That's why they return to their own country. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I could go buy a here, another fucking Tanzania.
Well, that's a clear step. But that's a clear indication that this place is falling. Because when the place was on the rise, everybody was coming here, right? To do what? Get rich. Like you said, America is a consumer city, a place of commerce, man. New York is called the Big Apple. That's one of the most well visited place. What do you call it? A tourist attraction?
Yeah.
It's like a tourist attraction. Why? Because hella companies and businesses out there, and there's hella ways to make money, man. Okay. So with that being said, now that everybody's leaving, this place is being emptied out, man. So if everybody's leaving that made this place rich, that made America rich, that means this place is going to be on the decay. That's going to cause Esau to come down with that sword. Like it said by forcing his sword. So when you got people pushing back from taking the sea hip and that new digital way of life, and going through with the DEI and all these different things, he's going to come down with that sword. He's going to shut down the cities again, lock down everything. Okay, he's going to patrol the streets with his military. It's going to be a military state, man. All right? Ain't going to be no more polices. Ain't going to be no more ambulances, none of that shit. It's just going to be straight military forces to patrol you civilians, man.
Got it going on in Cali right now. Cali got it's martial law in Cali right now.
And what they be doing, man, them UN troops is known for war crimes. when they go out there and they be deployed to these different states and cities, they're known for their fucking war crimes. You know, what's that? The Patriot Act. These are all different things that Esau set in place so that he could come to this point and now that we're living in, man. You said you got a brother. Oh, brother.
Hey, like you said, bro, there ain't gonna be no more no aid.
Yeah, hey, that's what all that's for. Hospitals, motherfucking Salvation Armies, soup kitchens, fucking police stations, all that shit is for aid for civilians, man.
Yeah, they remember when the Slam Slim kid, they had the army dishing out the juicy juice. Like, why is the army? Why do you got to pull up to a juicy juice station and the military is distributing the damn
Right.
the shit? Like, what? I would
Because if you refuse, now they could instantly off your ass, or they could take you away somewhere and do whatever the fuck they want to, whatever they want.
The EMS, the police, firefighter, they say it's to protect and serve, but really it's to keep the order established. Because like you was going into on your lesson yesterday, the police go back to the paddy wagon, which that was slave patrol. Well, the slaves is not just the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man. Now it has extended to all the civilians of America. So, and with the civilians rebelling against the government because they see how wicked and corrupt it is, they got to establish the order. That's why they're going to take away the police force, they're going to take away the EMS, and so forth. They're going to bring in the military. But on top of that, they want to cut down the population anyway.
Yeah, they make that point about his back. Trump God damn, it's loud as fuck. Trump just he just put in, he said he just asked Congress to put a mandatory executive order, or no, not executive order. Well, it's all the same thing, like a law, but he said a mandatory law. He said put into effect mandatory immediately. Anybody who unalive an officer get the death penalty.
Draconian laws, man.
That's the foreshadow on what's to come. That's leading up to you.
But see, they just had in South Carolina. It was a dude that was a murderer, right? And he had on death row. And so within the last 15 years, I forget the exact date on it, but they brought back the firing squad.
15.
They just brought back the firing squad. They killed the man by firing squad execution. So it's just showing you things that they get ready to implement. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they're starting, they bringing back things that they hadn't used for hundreds of years. They bringing them back into play now. It's showing you what they're finna get ready to do to the masses.
Yeah, that was 15 years ago. And Trump, he was big on that. His first term, he was talking about the firing squad. You know? So just showing you that this devil, hey, a brother made a good point. Oh, the elder brother Malak. He's talking about from Detroit. You know, he's talking about like, nigga, this nigga doing it now. How much more on that shit, you know what I'm saying? This nigga is expressing his feelings now when everything's in the green tree.
Yeah. Exactly.
How much more later?
And two, he's setting people up, because it's like y'all said, all these different things they done set up for order. Why you think they cutting government funding? Why you think they cutting food stamps? Why you think they cutting Medicaid and Medicare? Why you think they cut Section 8? Because that's gonna put people in want. And when people are desperate, guess what? They do desperate things, right? Trying to preserve and save themselves. So then it's gonna show you, it's gonna bring an onslaught of chaos to where they got to implement the military, where they got to implement these foreign troops, the UN troops, to what? To keep this shit to keep the violence or the shit that's gonna break out at bay.
Right, just like the brother was talking about, just like ancient Egypt failed, with Joseph and them times, when everything failed, to let the people that want, or another made the people want to join the servitude. Just like now, when you saw everything fail, everybody gonna jump to that MOTE just so they can continue in their normal living. All right, but now what the devil's about to sell the corn. This is Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 6. It says, wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evening to destroy them. That's when we saw sending the militias and doing things, to govern the city along with like that, now once part of his cabinet to push this AI to govern, all of Babylon. You know, and soon, Babylon is going to look up to what? Section. Bring that back, Bob. This is Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 6. It says, wherefore a lion out of the forest and slay them, and the wolf of the evening to the word.
Right. So, and the scriptures say, well, in that time, that lion was the king of Babylon, right? At that time, so that's who came, and it's even in Ezekiel. I mean, it's like not Ezekiel was a part of that exile for Jeremiah. During the time of Jeremiah, what was he prophesying? He was prophesying that the Babylonians was about to come down upon us with great wrath and basically hold us in captivity, right? So when he was preaching that, a lot of people didn't believe. Everybody, like, niggas did not believe him, man. Okay, they even wanted to throw him in basically in the They did throw it. Yeah, exactly. So we're doing the same thing. We're letting you know that the king of Babylon, not even Trump, man, fuck Trump, because he's just a puppet. These damn elites, man. Okay, they're about to come down with great wrath, and ain't nobody moving the muscle, man. You know. And the modern day lion, like you were saying, bro, is Esau now. And these elites, they put in Trump. All right, they're using Trump as the face of this shit, man. All right, so that won't nobody point the finger at them, so they could continue to hide their identity, man.
Jeremiah 4:7. It says, the lion has come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way.
See, he already came up out of thicket, man. He on the prowl already. Esau Edom, his horns has already been shown, man. Okay, with Trump's last term. Come on, he's already his horns. Now it's being more intensified, man.
That's right. Because he picking up where he left off. That's why he came in and signed so many fucking executive orders at once. Because then they even had the news article. They got an article out there on it, and they had about all those executive orders that he signed at one time were all in conjunction with Agenda 2025, right? They're showing you that right. He picked up where he left off because it was Agenda 2030. We always mention it, and they moved it to Agenda 2025, showing you that right. Those plans, the things that he was doing his first term, he jumped right back in the seat and picked up right where he left off at.
Yeah. And this scripture is manifold, like Samaria was going into, because it was applied to Nebuchadnezzar.
Right.
You're applying it to Trump, and it's also applied to YAHWASHI.
Right.
You know, because this is going into great judgment. You know what I'm saying?
That's why the scripture say ain't no new thing under the sun. Everything that happened in past times is happening now again. That's why the scripture talk about the things written aforetime. We're waiting for our learning that we praise the comfort of the scriptures might have hope, because now these things are starting to happen over again.
Yep. It says the lion has come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way.
It's on his way, man. Okay. See, the Lord is just using Esau and these elites to basically put the play in place to basically get Esau where he needs him to be, at that lofty ass, comfortable ass position, you know, so he could take him off the fucking map, man. So while Esau is doing all of these things, passing these executive orders, right, doing all these, putting things in place, while these elites is doing these things, you got YAHWASHI. He's preparing to come back and exact judgment on the Gentiles, man.
Great judgment.
Great judgment, man. Not just any type of judgment, man. Okay, we talk about ancient Egypt all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, it's in Revelation 14. I'll put you up. Revelation was it 14 and 10 about poured out mixture. The draft is poured out without mixture. Like it's gonna be at its highest potency when the Lord come back. The greatest judgment you'll ever see on earth. Yeah. To the point that it's gonna surpass the first Egypt. But that was known as the greatest judgment on earth.
Exactly. Egypt was known as the greatest judgment. All them plagues, even before the plague of the death of the firstborn. Even before that, those plagues was fucking the Egyptians up, man. Okay, so how much more now? That's the point.
Yeah, you seeing that happen though. You got that shit with the weasels. You got that shit in the Congo that they talk about spreading over here. You got all those different pests. You got that shit happening right now. But just to add to you got it, bro. I'm in the bank earlier. I'm in the bank earlier, right? You know what I'm saying? I had to handle something before I came to camp, and I'm sitting in the line, bro. Now I hear two people behind me, and you hear Eve, like an older lady. You know what I'm saying? She was like, "Yeah, they just don't know that Jesus on his way back." I like to broke my goddamn leg. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so spiritual. And then to hear you say that, you know what I'm saying? Because the word ignorant calls him Jesus Christ, but it's YAHWASHI. He is on his way back. And it's so crazy because even the people that don't know, right? Even the people that don't truly know that there's going to be a paradigm shift, that there's something happening in the earth. And then, guess what? Our Lord and Savior is getting ready to make his second coming.
Bro, that's spiritual right there. It's
They headquarters is on Union.
It says the dream,
Keeping a dream alive.
keeping a dream alive in its future. But you just heard what the brother Kazak just said when he was in the line. The lady said Yahawashi is on his way back. Because that's what we teach it. But you got niggas saying the future is still going to continue. You know what I'm saying? It's still going to keep, they trying to keep this way of living, you know what I'm saying, intact and shit, man. You know, but we just read. We said the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. To do what? To bring great wrath. That's the spirit when you said that. Because I was somewhere too. I don't know, remember what time it was getting last 2 weeks. Somebody else, 2 people was just talking about the same thing, bro.
Yeah, we talk, bro.
And they feel it.
Somebody grab the mic and yeah, go ahead.
It says, he is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate. Right? Desolate means without inhabitant. You know, right? Without a soul walking the soil. Right? It says, and he is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate, and thy city shall be laid waste without inhabitant. There you go. It gave the answer. So that's what's coming to Babylon, man. Why all these niggas want to have Friday dinners and, you know, cookouts at the lake? You know what I'm saying? On Martin Luther King Day and all this crazy shit. Right. The Lord is preparing us for the battle, because there's a battle about to happen. There's a war about to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a war that's brewing in the earth. You think Esau playing with you niggas, man? No, Esau not playing with you niggas, because the Lord not playing with you niggas, man.
Right.
You see, this nigga dead serious about these executive orders he's signing. He dead serious about the shit he's saying, man. Hey, bro, we dead serious about what we saying. This shit ain't a game. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is about to come bring mass judgment on all you niggas that wasn't prepared, man. You see, you gotta have protection when the rain comes. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck? No, it's a hurricane rain outside, but you just go outside, no umbrella, no nothing. Look, I'm gonna just go. Look, I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go walk. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's pouring down outside, boy. It's hail and all type of shit. You always wanna, come on, man. That's an idiot. What you say? What you gotta say, Quan? I thought you was about to say something. But
Jeremiah 5:6, it says, look for a lion out of the forest and slay them, and the wolf of the evening to spoil them.
All right. So your enemies is gonna be the ones you niggas trusted in, man. All right, here it is. And everybody sees that now. So the Lord is gonna put the spirit, okay, on these devils to exact warfare on you physically. See, right now it's happening in a subtle manner. It's happening through laws, right? Esau is doing this shit by making you niggas suffer internally, man. Okay, so they're making it hard for you to, okay, now it's hard for me to get a job. That's gonna trickle down to what? It's hard for me to survive. That's gonna trickle down to I can't eat, and then it's gonna trickle down to chaos and violence, man. But soon, this devil is just about to exact physical warfare on you niggas, man. To the point where it's gonna be troops marching in this motherfucker, taking people out there. RAWCHAA could brother grab 2nd Ezra 5:15. Scripture will say in 15, and then grab the one in 2nd Ezra 16. We're talking about the sedition.
In 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and verse 16, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard them kings nor princes. The course of their actions shall stand in their power.
That's going to happen because Esau is going to run his own kingdom down. He's going to run his own economy down. Okay, he's going to run his own agricultural system. That's going to be run down. The imports of goods that you people, consumers buy and make a living off of, that's going to be null and void. So then it's going to make people bug the fuck out, wig out, man. People are going to have to resort to lawlessness, man, in order to survive and maintain themselves, man.
It's money in war. That's what he said. He said it's money. He said it's I don't know how to say gold. But he said it's money. When war is involved, it's because there's money involved. There's no war without money being involved. You got it. That's like money to go to war. Throughout, it takes money to go to war, bro. Go ahead.
Exactly. Keep that thought in mind about
And
things.
you see it happening now to the point you just made. You see it happening now, and with him issuing out all these tariffs that he putting on Canada, Mexico, and all these different nations, right, to import and export goods. So you see all those things happening now. What you talking about? Because he even did the presser where he said, you know, he understands what he's doing, but he was like, it's gonna hurt a little bit. Basically telling the civilians in America that it's gonna hurt a little bit. Yes, it is gonna affect you, but he's saying a little bit. This not gonna affect Americans a little bit. This is gonna cause, like you said, say it's 15 to 16. This will cause additional more men because you got motherfuckers that can't afford shit in the green tree. So how much more in the dry tree when the Lord really suck all this shit up and it's over with?
On top of all these motherfuckers that's complaining about losing their job. Wow. Because Trump, okay, which he is controlled by the elite. They doing what? They crashing society. They laying off hella people. They closing down different businesses, all for what purpose? To have the people in distress so that when they bring the order, they ain't gonna have no choice but to submit.
Oh, this is the spirit, real quick. It says, I typed in take money to go to war meaning and over Google, just an old AI overview. It says take money to go to war quotations may refer to the act of using money to fund a war, which you know, such as through taxation, borrowing, or selling war bonds. That's what you see. A tariff is a taxation. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I just was talking about it. That the taxation and all this have to deal with money because Trump is a businessman. You know what I'm saying? And he's pulling out from here and he's adding here because businessmen think like, okay, this is making me money and this is making me lose money. So I'm gonna pull out here and I'm gonna add here. See what I'm saying? So everything you see going on is about money. You like ask yourself, man, this nigga's a trillionaire. Why is this nigga still? Why is he still fixated on money? This nigga got everything the heart can desire, bro. But he still want more. You see, because at the end of the day, all these wars, yeah, it's about money, but it's really about your soul. It's really about the God complex and what he's trying to capture within his system, man. You see, he's trying to capture this God-like status within his system. So it's way bigger than the money. It's way bigger than all that. You see, he's trying to take away God out of Yahweh out of the picture completely.
It looks like he's succeeding. Right. That's the stumbling block, right? That's the deception. Because it looks like he's succeeding. Everything, all the morals that the Lord upholds is being X'd out of America. Manhood is being now deemed as something as a red fucking flag, bro. When has that ever been a thing, bro? Where manhood was a red flag? That's just a clear indication that this place is fucking through.
But it says taxation. For one, it got many bullets. I'm just reading taxation. It says a government may raise taxes to pay for a war. Because at the end of the day, y'all see this video that Trump just had. He said basically he's about Iran. It's a lot of shit going on in Iran right now. Trump just said in a press conference literally yesterday or the day before yesterday, he said something terrible is about to happen. That's what he said. All these tariffs is to pay for what they about to do in the Middle East. This big war of Armageddon, all this shit has to deal with the big war that's about to come. You see? It's way bigger than you think, man. It's always way bigger than the surface, bro. Go ahead, I
got a quick precept. Let me back. No, bring that back. Bring that back. Jeremiah.
Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 6, it says, wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evening shall spoil them, a leopard shall watch over their cities.
Which those is three different animals that's known primarily for hunting. And not just hunting, but hunting stealthily. Meaning what? They watch you before they actually attack. And that's how Esau Edom is. Like the statement one of y'all made earlier, now he's trying to make it to where the government is ran by AI. That's why you got a different surveillance camera set up on every street corner. Okay, they got robot doors and things of that nature. Meaning what? When they finally roll, they're gonna make sure you can't escape. Because these different animals, they don't attack until they know you won't escape.
Right. It says, everyone that goes out lives to be torn in pieces.
Right, because you mentioned the patty rollers earlier. Damn. You mentioned the patty rollers earlier. That's what exactly it said. They will afflict harm. The whole purpose of a patty roller was to watch over the ones that tried to escape. You see, the harm, the extra shit didn't come until the major ones that tried to escape. You see, So he's about to use his government. He's about to use his teeth. His teeth is military.
Exactly. And everybody's trying to escape. That's the point.
Yup.
Everybody that goes out. Like we was just talking about, these other heathen, they trying to escape and go back to their lands as if they never was over here in bed with this place, man.
Right. And that's beautiful. I forget. Why do you think you see all these motherfucking planes going down? Don't think that shit ain't by design. That's a motherfucking fear tech. Keep you from booking these flights. You goddamn run to your country, or to run, or for Jakes to run to these other countries that they offering Americans free citizenship. Tell them that's your land. All that shit. It's all. It's all. It's all the fucking floor.
He about to shut this bitch back down, man. And he's doing every, like, I ain't gonna speak on that for the camera's sake.
Damn.
It says, everyone that goeth out, they shall be torn in pieces.
So everybody that's gonna try to escape this thing gonna get torn up in pieces. And if Esau don't catch your ass, the Lord gonna catch your ass, man.
That's right.
You know, you gonna try to catch a flight, that bitch gonna crash, man. You know, or you might go to a different landmass, and that may be a landmass that's gonna get hit with missiles too. You know, so ain't no escaping this judgment, man.
Because other scriptures say the isles, talk about the isles, meaning the islands. The islands, all the islands gonna get hit too. The Lord's gonna put the earth back as one. It ain't gonna be like islands and shit no more. The islands broke off when after the flood. Pangea, after the flood. The islands broke, the earth broke into pieces. That's where you get all the islands and shit from. But when the Lord's gonna hit these islands, I remember Apostle Charles was talking about that. These missiles gonna hit them islands, Hawaii and shit. You know what I'm saying? And Puerto Rico, that's Puerto Rico's idea, Puerto Rico and shit like that. The missiles gonna hit them fucking places. You can't run to Puerto Rico. You can't run to
Place part of America.
That's a good point, bro. Them places is aligned with America, man.
This Micah chapter 2, verse 13. The breaker has come up before them.
Oh, man.
They have broken up and have passed through the gate and are gone out by it. And their king shall pass before them, and the Lord on the head of them. See, YAHWASHI is starting to do what? Exact judgment upon the earth, man. You know, YAHWASHI is that breaker that's coming up. See, in Isaiah, he said, I will no longer hold my peace. You know, he will cry like a travailing woman, man. In Isaiah 42. So the Lord is doing that now by exacting these different judgments on the earth. And now these people are butthurt about it because he's doing it through Esau, the king of the land, man. And there's nothing you could do. What you gonna do if this devil cut away your SNAP benefits? What you gonna do if this devil take away your government assistance? You got a lot of Jakes living out on Section 8, man. You know? So what you gonna do when Esau take away a whole complex where Jake is living at, a whole complex, man, and totally obliterate that whole complex? And now you got just a mass number of homeless niggas on the street, man. So these are the different things, all right, that the Lord is doing through this devil until YAHWASHI actually start making a beast of the earth roam the streets, and they change their nature, you know, until the martial law actually happens, all out hell and chaos happens within the civilians, right? Until you're gonna have more natural disasters, more pestilence on the rise, you know, and it's gonna be more and more violence. That's when YAHWASHI is gonna turn up the heat all the way up until the missiles, man. Because Esau, he gonna come with that MOTB like it's an aid. You know, it's gonna be so much hell and chaos going on that the MOTB is gonna look like a god, a savior for these people. Matter of fact, yeah, you got the MOTB.
No, I got the precept. I'll put the first. Oh, it's Ezekiel. It's like it's Ezekiel 39. What is one of them? It's another one that I was thinking about, but it's cool. It said this Ezekiel 39, and I got to start at 4 to 6. It says, "Thou shalt fall upon the mountains of Israel, thou and all thy bands, and the people that is with thee. I will give thee unto the ravenous birds of every sort, and to the beasts of the field to be devoured. Thou shalt fall upon the open field, for I have spoken and said, YAHWASHI YAHWASHI."
The end result of World War III over there in the Middle East. After all the troops that's going to be over there at that time, after they all put to death, whether it's by the missiles or the Lord hitting them with the concentrated fire and so on and so forth, it's going to be what? It's going to be a feast for the fowls of the air and the different beasts of the earth.
Yeah, right. Yep. And I'm gonna read this last verse, both in the KJV and the NLT. Said, "And I will send a fire on Magog." Magog just means God with God, right? So it's talking about the same individuals, which are what we were the Russians today. It says, and I will send a fire, which is the ICBM missiles, on Magog, because he gonna get hit too. Don't let him confuse you. He gonna get hit too. And among them that dwell carelessly in the isles, and they shall know that I am the Lord. And the NLT it says, I will rain down fire on Magog and all your allies who live safely on the coast. Those are different islands, different land masses and shit. Then they would know that I am YAHWASHI. So that's the point, man. All of them, even them islands gonna get hit, bro. That was a beautiful precept you just read. What you say? Is it the departer or the breaker? The breaker? Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful. The Lord is the breaker. Yahawashi is the breaker. He about to break all this shit so that could be put back together, man. So that includes the people, the kingdom of Israel, and that includes the land, that includes the earth, that includes the atmosphere, that includes the way of thinking, man. You know? Y'all got it, bro.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 5, and verse 9. It says, thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. Right? This is talking about the Lord Yahawashi, man. Right? And this is speaking of the kingdom that's to come, man. Okay? It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots. Right? Because a lot of our people, you trust in America, you trust in this military, right? You trust in Esau, Edom, right? A lot of you niggas trust in your switches, right?
Right, because the ones who rode on horses and chariots in that day were men of renown. You know, you had mighty men or so-called people who would aid for the city, aid for the civilians, you know. And that was to be on the horse or be on the chariot that was carried by horses was a sign of power. So only in that day, only high-level people was doing that. You know what I'm saying? That was in that, you know, doing so. And the Lord cut off the horse and the chariot. He cutting off all the mighty men, all the strong men of the city, man. All right, all the people who you would call to when you're helpless, when you can't do nothing, when you need help, the men you will go to, they gonna be cut off. And it said, it shall come to pass. So this is the prophecy that's going to come to pass, man.
The Lord gonna get ready to cut off the aid. The only help in that day is gonna be YAHWASHI outside. If you ain't aided by YAHWASHI outside, you're gonna get cut off. That's what physicians do. Physicians cut off things that don't belong. You know, shit. The physicians work with their staff. They aid their staff and better their staff, and the ones that's not with it, they cut them off. Go ahead, Art.
Verse 11. Verse 11. And I will cut off the cities of thy land and throw down.
Yeah, because America is one big city. America is known in Revelation as they said the 10th part of the city fell. America is one big city, it's one big corporation. You know what I'm saying? With many people like that's on them horses that set up like what they call them, governors and mayors. Those are different like people Esau set up to govern them different stations within the city.
Because with the horses and chariots in that day, that would be the modern day cars and transportation, which is what goes into traffic. Traffic goes into business. You need transportation in order to make business transactions to get rich, right? So the Lord said he's gonna cut off the horses, the chariots, and the cities. What happens in the city? Buying and selling, man. So ain't gonna be no more fucking buying and selling, man. The scriptures talk about how yeah, that too. But how basically the merchant shall buy no more, or the buyer shall buy no more.
Oh yeah.
And he that selleth shall not sell. Salakia.
Yeah.
It's escaped me. But ain't gonna be no more business transactions or normal life, normality of life, man. You got all different type of food spots, corporations, medical corporations, business corporate, all different type of shit, man. And you got all type of traffic that's moving through. Why? Because of commerce. Lord about to cut off all of that shit. And that's what gives comfort to the American people. Business, transaction, money flow, income. That's what gives comfort to the American people. That's how they can live lofty and do the things that please their flesh. The Lord's about to cut all that shit off, man.
Talking about the one in Revelation 18. Revelation 18 and 11.
I think it's in the apocryphal.
Okay. And the merchants of the earth I'm gonna start at 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city. Going back to that city, this, it says a city is a place where people dwell. Citizens come from derived from the word city, and vice versa. So it's where it's a large multitude of people. It says, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come, and the merchants, and right, in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Right, that's that lion that's coming out of that thicket. That's YAHWASHI to bring judgment, great judgment upon Babylon. It says, all right, and it's gonna take 1 hour. Right, it talk about in 2 Esdras 13, the Lord either lift up sword or any instruments of war. Right, the Lord is going to take 1 hour for this place to be dismantled, man. It says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Because this place, like you said, it's a traffic. It's traffic. It deals with commerce, economics. It's a corporation. It says the merchant. So no man buy their merchandise anymore. The merchandise of gold and silver, precious stones, of pearls and fine linen, purple and silk and scarlet, and all thy wood and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of both precious wood, and of brass and iron and marble, cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense. A lot of these things don't even come. They're not even from America. So a lot of these things come from like the so-called Western Asia, the so-called Middle East, Europe, not Europe, India, Europe, China, you got Australia. Because Europe, they don't got they call it the bottom of the pit. They don't got resources and shit.
When you can watch these different news, like you read these different articles and paying attention to these different news outlets, they've been telling you like what's coming from these other cities, like what they supply. Cause if I can say real quick, and you got it, that's like Canada. They supply a lot of electricity for certain areas like New York, Detroit, and it's another area that they supply electricity to. And they let them know like shit. They like Canadian the Canadian dude, one of the top leaders, he let Americans know, like in his press, he said, we love America. He said, but look, that shit that Donald Trump doing is gonna affect jobs because he's like shit. We don't care that we're gonna shut off the electricity. A lot of that shit is gonna issue in a lot of problems for America. You know what I'm saying? It's showing you that it's gonna bring a lot of these prophecies to life.
Yep. And it says, go ahead.
So also Canada cut off a lot of America's liquor imports.
Look off their shells too. Took America, look off their shells, all that.
So American liquor companies are doing security.
Yep.
Because of that.
Yeah, and dude made a good point. He said, Canada, I didn't know Canada was that big. I thought Canada was small. He says about, I might quote it wrong, but I think he said like 71 million people there. That's a lot of people. 71 million, that's decent. I'm thinking Canada like small as hell, But I say that to say, because there's a lot of people that dwell in Canada. There's a lot of trade in Canada. Canada was one of the first countries, that's a country, right? Canada was one of the first countries that got with NATO, if I'm not mistaken. NATO and the EU. They was one of the first one. They was one of the original members.
Yeah, it was the Treaty of Rome was signed in Canada.
That's right.
It was established in Canada.
So them niggas ain't small players, man. They got a big thing. They one of the big players involved in a lot of this. That's why Trump's saying what he's saying. We'll put tariffs on Canada.
Yeah, but that's why. But like you said, I'm glad you made that point. Because you said they're one of the big players. That's why if they play their hand, when they play their hand, it's gonna affect America the most. Feel me?
It says, finishing out, and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. Right, these are all things that make up trade and commerce. These are all things that's all involved, like I'm gonna say, in business.
All the things that got America rich.
Beautiful.
And don't sleep on them last couple three. Read the last couple three.
And it says, and sheep and horses, chariots and slaves and souls of men.
Slaves and souls of men. Okay, that was the Israelites, man. The scriptures talk about in her was found the blood of the saints.
That's the last verse. I can read it and jump back up. 24, and in her was found the blood of the prophets,
exactly,
and of saints, and of all that were slain upon the earth.
So America got to pay for that. The blood, America's blood got to get shed for that. You know,
It said,
right? All those things you was naming, but going back to the point, all those things you was naming is how America got rich.
yeah.
That was all the things that America consumed from these other nations, man.
Yeah, it says, I'm just gonna finish out real quick. It says, and the fruits of that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly, it says, are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all.
And that's how the Lord is gonna make this place empty, man. Okay, here it is. You got an influx, because what's your modern day marble and cinnamon and things like that? Your modern day stuff for that, your provision, your clothes. You can go to the store, shop, buy fucking clothes. You can even if you're less fortunate, you can get stores where you could buy nice little outfits for cheap, man. All that shit about to be out the window, man. These different food spots, you can pick your choice of food, pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? If you can't afford this, I could go over here, go to a gas station and get food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All that shit is about to be cut off, man.
Shit, marble in general. Shit, you got rich people that got marble floors, marble countertops, and granite. That's an expensive thing. That shit, marble come from the mountains. You know what I'm saying? They cut it out of the mountains and shit. Real mountains cost. I mean, real mountains. Real marble. That shit costs a lot of money, bro. That shit costs a lot of money, man. My people. My father installed marble in his kitchen and shit once, like back in the day. Just like a box of like 10 or so. Each box cost like fucking $2,000, and it only came with a box of like five to 10. So can you imagine spreading that through a whole store? That's a lot of fucking money, man.
Right, and I'm glad you said that because a lot of that it's used to build. You know, these different stones, precious things like that, granite and all that. It's used to build cities and for life to thrive there. So if the Lord is putting a hold on that shit coming here, that mean ain't gonna be no more building. Ain't gonna be no more construction workers working on the roads and building this and building cities and all that shit gonna be done.
So they build.
It's clear. The grind is to cease.
You got it up. It says the merchants of these things which were made rich by her, these different nations like China, you know, and Russia, all these different countries that got rich off Babylon mindset. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, at last, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, that what Shamari was talking about, in purple and scarlet. Right, those are
yes, kingly apparel.
That
America said, I shall sit a queen. I should sit as a queen and am no widow.
Yep.
When you go into that word queen, all right, go to the strong definition. It's gonna say basically a king or a ruler. And then if it goes deeper, it says a position of a messianic, or basically the position of YAHWASHI, to be the Messiah.
Oh yeah.
So these different and that's gonna be the end result of America, man. You know, that's gonna be the end result. We're watching her smoke or burn from afar off.
Yeah.
Because the destruction of America is going to be broadcasted, man. All these other nations are going to literally watch this place burn, man.
Yeah, you see it now. Everybody is. That's why they saying what they saying. Niggas, when Trump got elected, who was one of the first niggas that said something? Putin. Why? Because they're watching. They're watching the elections in America. They're watching the chaos in America. They're watching the uproars and the riots. That's why when you watch these different leaders, they talk like your people don't even. It's not on one accord. They saying shit like that because they're watching, bro. They watch sports and different shit like that. They seeing what the fuck going on, bro. Why you think these niggas saying the people in Canada saying what they saying? They know what's going on.
It's like, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's like if you watch, like I like watching this. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like even when you watch that last week when you watch Zelensky and Putin get into it. Zelensky and Trump get into it on TV. You feel what I'm saying? That shit was funny because Trump was trying to be the bully, but Zelensky wasn't going. Zelensky understand what's at hand. He understand what's going on. Granted, we understand that the Lord is in control of all those things, but it's just watching it because when you after that, what did Trump do? He stopped the funding that America was giving Ukraine, right? Ultimately, you see how this motherfucker, because the dude out of China said it. Trump scared of Putin. That's what I said. I was like, damn, that's cold, because he is. That's why he just paused the funding. If you was really an ally with Trump, and Trump was, really an ally with Putin, and Putin was rocking with you, the way you say you rocking with Putin, you would just cut off the funding altogether. He paused it because he understands, like, shit, we might need these motherfuckers to go to war with Russia because Russia ain't backing down. Just like these other countries ain't gonna back down either. You got these other countries that he's trying to slap tariffs on, saying they willing. China, the dude for China said we willing to what a trade war. We willing to war with them for as long as we got the war with them. No matter the war, whether it's guns, whether it's trade, they willing to take it all the way to the door with America.
That's not wars amongst the war.
That's right.
Now, when they say that they shall mourn, bring that part back, Sean.
Yeah, I'm making a point real quick. Trump, he just threatened Putin with sanctions on dealing with this war. He just terrorists and sanctions. He just threatened them with terrorists and sanctions. He said one of them gonna lose. Either Ukraine gonna fold or Putin gonna fold. He said one of them gonna have to fold. He said y'all gonna have to go to the table now, or else. That's basically what he said. You know what I'm saying? In his press conference, which we're gonna see what happens next, because that's what Zelensky was talking about. Zelensky said, "Nigga, Russia invaded us. You think they not gonna invade you too?" That's what he's saying. Like it ain't no stopping them niggas. They don't care what sanctions and shit you put on them, man.
And that's how you. But like you said, but that's so you right there. It ain't no waiting on. It ain't no waiting to see what happens. We know Russia don't fold because of the way prophecies go. The way prophecy is set up, Russia's gonna shoot those missiles off on America. So it's showing you they ain't gonna fold. Russia not gonna fold.
Yeah, this is right. This is Revelation 18 and 15. I'll bring it back. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her, which the things that we mentioned earlier with the cinnamon and all that, still stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing.
Right. So these other countries, they're going to be weeping and wailing because this place is being destroyed, and they got rich off this. They basically got rich off this place. But they're also going to be weeping and wailing because they expected America to bounce back. They expected America to basically to be healed, right?
Yes. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
It's suddenly falling, right? So that means at one point in time, America's going to be at a lofty place, but then all of a sudden, like randomly out of nowhere, that's when chaos is going to happen, man. You know, that's when the narrative is going to fall away from Esau. You know, he's going to go to his soothsayers, his prognosticators, and they're not going to be able to do anything for him, man.
It says, howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, these she may be healed.
Right, and you got certain NATO countries that's still going to be allied with America during this time. And they're going to try to basically make America great again, man. Just like how Trump is doing, all right? But it's not going to fucking work. Why? Because of prophecy that she will not be healed. All right, so Rome was healed through America being here now. So all of this shit is going to be obliterated once Yahawashi destroys America. Basically the home of the thief. You grab that. You can grab that. You got, yeah, you got still got to grab that.
This is second Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 40. It says, "Oh my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be as pilgrims upon the earth." See, the Lord got his men out there to tell you what you should prepare for and how you should prepare, you know? And then ain't nobody taking heed, so fuck them, man. You know, and these evils that's gonna come is gonna consume you niggas, man. And we're telling you that. God, it's just like the brother put in the chat the other day. He was like, these voluntary hardships, these voluntary hardships gonna become involuntary. Meaning you ain't gonna have no choice but to go through certain things when this economy becomes, or what the world turns into, what the Lord is turning into by the way of this devil, by all these things, these draconian laws, all these terrors that he's slapping on these other nations. Because that's what's gonna push 2 16 and 15 and all these other chapters into play, right? Where you're gonna see the prophecies in your face like you never seen them because of the way things gonna be out here. So you're gonna have to be as pilgrims upon the earth. You feel what I'm saying? Brothers gonna be cast out of their homes. That's how they say in the latter chapter, the ones that truly believe in YAHWASHI, this was coming.
Right,
Yep.
So you can't be out in the right in the
at a time like this, you can't just be out and about, man.
That's
You
right.
can't just be strolling down the street or trying to know. There's gonna be too much shit going on. You're gonna have what's that called when they shut down the city and the curfews and shit?
Martial law, but
Curfew, right? Curfew. You're gonna have curfews within the cities and all that. So it's gonna be restrictions on you civilians.
that's right, because the scriptures say it's saying in 2 a man should desire to go into another city and should not be able. You got to realize just because it like the way one city look don't mean the next city gonna look like that. They may have goods and resources or certain things that you need, supplies, but they're gonna have border patrol. They're gonna have things like that set up where you can't go into the next city.
That's
You
what,
feel?
that's
Go
what
ahead.
the 15-minute cities are for.
Yep.
When those 15-minute cities are built, they're going to be for the ones who took the sea hip and got with the new system.
Yep.
Right? And everybody who didn't, they're going to have to deal with the dystopian towns that they lived in, man. That's why you got to be a pilgrim on the fucking earth, man.
That's right. And you see that in these dystopian movies that they be pushing, where people be having like the little bracelets or certain shit, and you walk up and they be like, yeah, he's good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's good. Like, he's good. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta watch Paradise. The Paradise set up like that. That movie on the little series on Hulu. Like, you scared, like, oh yeah, he's good, he's good. Basically the maneuver around the society that they done created. So it says verse 41. This is, you want that word pilgrim first up?
Oh, yeah, you got it.
You took it out, man.
This is the etymology for the word pilgrim. It says a person traveling to a holy place. It says,
And that's what we're trying to confront. That's what we're trying to convince our people, right? To travel to a holy place, man. You niggas want to stay here in America, right? And the scriptures talk about how their inward thought is that their houses shall continue. And Jake has developed that same mindset because John 6:44, you are as your father the devil. So with that being said, man, we're trying to get our people, look, it's a holy place. All right, there's hope. There's a place that the Lord is setting up for his people, all right, to be taken away from all this madness, taken away from the curses and all of that. We're trying to lead you to that highway, man. The scriptures talk about the highway. We're trying to lead our people to salvation. We're trying to have our people travel to that holy place, man. But our people don't want to go to, they want to stay here.
That's it. Hebrews. We don't have to hear. We don't have yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, we definitely BAHASHAM.
Because, man, and the only reason our people want to stay here is because they're under a what's it called? It's a certain phrase. It's a certain phrase, BAHASHAM, brother, help me. It's like when you develop a love for your oppressor. Stockholm syndrome. You just gotta speak up a little more. A lot of people have a Stockholm syndrome based off of hardcore bondage, man. All right, which the Lord used Esau to do that so that we could play out these curses, which is the prophecy. So when you read in Revelation 11, it talks about how we were prophesying sackcloth, man. All right, and through a 350-year period where we will be without this wisdom and knowledge. So that prophecy, which is the falling away of Israel, had to happen. And that's why 2/3 of our people is still stuck in that mindset, because they still away. They ain't never came back. The elect came back. All right. So now the falling away is on 2/3 of you niggas. And y'all gonna die in that mind state, man.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 14. It says, for here we have no continuous city, but we seek one to come.
Esau don't even got a fucking continual city here, man. So how much more for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians? Okay, these so-called immigrants, these other nations that come here, they don't have no continual city here, man. And it's obvious. Look at the economy. Look at the morality of the people. Look at the women of the nation of your people. And it'll foretell signs of a kingdom that's falling, man.
That's it right there. That's the saying, man. You can tell the state of the nation based off the condition of their women. That's why when that particular time, like we got like 60s and 70s and 40s, I'm gonna say, it's between 80s, between that time frame, our women was way worse than Edomite women. The Edomite women and all those women like that, because they was in their houses, you know what I'm saying, tending to their husbands and shit like that. But Keisha was out here doing whatever the fuck she wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So the condition of our women, like, oh, these niggas is fucked up. You got sexy like the bitch. Keisha's twerking on braids and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that just shows you like the stick. And now you got all women doing that shit because everybody fucked up. You know, go ahead.
Verse 15, it says, by him, therefore let us offer the sacrifice of praises to Yahweh continually. That is the fruit of our lips, giving thanks to his name.
Right, and that's what we're doing now, man. All right, so that we can get to that kingdom, that city that we're seeking for. You know, that 2/3 don't want to be a part of, man. Okay, you got it back, cause
It's chapter 16, right? In verse 41, and it reads, it says, I'm gonna bring back 40 again. It says, "Oh my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be as pilgrims upon the earth."
See, we giving the sacrifice with the praise of our lips. Now it's time for you niggas to adhere.
It says, "He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away."
See, you got a lot of niggas that's selling, man. You know, you got a lot of niggas that's selling whatever they selling. Okay, and you got levels to the shit too, man. And that's how you build your way up the ladder, you know, in this society. It's by selling, buying and selling. That's how you get your revenue up. That's how you get your money up. When you get your money up, you get your status up, right? Guns and butter, baby. So with that being said, one that selleth will be as one that fleeth. So so a nigga that sell is constantly getting income. He's constantly getting income. But in that day, he's gonna be as one that fleeth. Why? Because he's gonna be without.
And he that buyeth as one that will lose.
And another thing with a seller, he has possessions. He has things to say. He has things to sell. A nigga with possessions is a target in that day, man. Because it's gonna be a dearth of resources, a lack of resources, you know, a famine. So a nigga that's selling that got this, that, and the third, he's going to be a target. So he's going to be as one that fleeth. Bring it back again.
It says, and the whole verse?
Yeah.
God, it says, verse 41, "He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose."
Exactly, man. He that buyeth as one as will lose. And then there's going to be a point in time, you ain't really got shit. It's going to be a barter system, man. Ain't going to be no more transactions and this, that, and the third. Things is going to go back to trading, you know, and okay, you got that, I need that, I got this, you need this. Let's trade the barter system, man. That's how things is going to get back to the ancient world, man. The Lord is turning things back to the ancient world. That's why the Lord said to remember the old paths or walk in the way of the old paths, to seek ye the old ways, right? Because the Lord is making time. Basically, the Lord is requiring more of that ancient-like spirit within the earth again, man. So the one that buyeth is going to be the one without, man. He's not going to have shit.
This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 12. It says, "The time is come, the day draweth near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon all the multitude thereof." Because the message that the Lord is ultimately conveying is that whatever it is that you may be partaking in, invest your time into, all of this shit is in vain. The society about to crash, and the end all be all for America is for it to be destroyed. The Lord said his wrath is upon all the multitude thereof, meaning everybody that's left here on the soils of America when the missile shot off, they will be set on fire.
I thought you was about to grab when they was a famine, they was trading donkey heads and shit. And Ezekiel,
Grab that too. This second chapter 16 in verse 42. It says, "He that occupieth merchandise as he that have no profit."
See?
Buy it.
He that occupieth merchandise. So it don't matter what you got. You know what I'm saying? You got something that people need or want. But in that day, it say what?
It says, "He that occupieth merchandise as he that have no profit buy it."
You don't have no profit by it. So the shit that you got ain't gonna be worth shit no more. So you can't even profit off of it.
Yep. Because guess what? Everything is getting ready to change. The system is no longer going to be the way as you know it. Things are no longer going to work the way that you're used to them working. So then,
hold on. I went right to the precept to go 2 Ezra 5 and 12. "At that same time shall man hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper."
Exactly. People, it's a bring it back, Bob Shah.
2 Ezra 5 and 12. "At that same time shall man hope."
They should hope. They're gonna hope that economy come. Now, I wish the economy will come back. I wish this would happen so I go back to my whole life. I wish this, you know, they're gonna hope. But the scriptures say what? Hope deferred maketh the heart sick. So you motherfuckers gonna be sick when everything ain't going back to normal fucking again, man.
Right. The scripture talk about how they watch for a nation that cannot save. You feel what I'm saying? You steady looking for your oppressor. You steady looking for your enemy to help you out and to bail you out. And you still got these motherfuckers in the world thinking it's a motherfucking white man, the same motherfucker that oppressed you for all these hundreds of years. It's gonna be the same motherfucker that cracked the sky and come deliver you. You out your rabbit ass mind.
Yeah, it says, it says, 2 5 and 12. At the same time, shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper.
So yeah, niggas gonna be laboring for nothing, man. Niggas gonna be putting hopes. Look, come down to the plant. You know, maybe we got a couple positions for you. You know, maybe work gonna be scarce. Maybe you can get a couple shekels and you go down to the site.
Yeah.
There ain't nobody fucking there, man.
Yep.
The whole fucking building is decayed. Yep. You know, people gonna be trying to find work to get little scraps, pennies on the dollar, get little benefits, and they're not gonna be able to, man.
Yep.
And you know what that's gonna do? That's gonna make a man go mad. That's gonna make a man go mad.
Yep. Crazy.
He's gonna start doing He's gonna start doing questionable things. He's gonna warp his mind, man. He's gonna turn to a beast.
So this second Ezra 16 and 42 are back from the top. It says, "He that occupied merchandise is he that have no profit, buy it, and he that buildeth, and he shall not dwell therein."
Damn.
Going back to what the brother said earlier, you got 2/3 of our people that adopted the mindset of Esau, because in their mind they say that their houses shall continue forever. You literally, we trying to tell you, like, you still got Jake out here with a 15, 20, and 30-year plan, and we're trying to tell you, according to the prophets and according to the scriptures, nigga, that's not going to prosper. The Lord is coming to upset the plans of the wicked, right? Beginning with Esau, Edom, and 2/3 of these niggas that think like them.
Yeah, I ain't out here telling you niggas that the Lord might come back in 1,000 years.
Right.
Give you false hope. Oh, man, damn. Now I can continue. Yeah. Now I can continue. Oh, damn.
Maybe I do got a little more time to do this.
I perform my daughter's college and shit like that.
Yeah, I ain't got to pull out of the economy. Yeah, I can keep adding to my 401k. Yeah, I can keep funding my retirement plan. Yeah, nigga, that shit over with.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yep, you got it.
2 Kings 6:25. It says, "If there was a great famine in Samaria," so I keep starting.
He got with you.
Yeah,
Con, the water.
start over. I know. I feel like go ahead. 24. 2 6:24. And it came to pass after this that Benahad, king of Syria, gathered
2 Kings,
all-
Doc. You said 2 Ezra, 2 Kings.
So like 2 Kings 6:24, it says, "And it came to pass after this that Benahad, king of Syria, gathered all his hosts and went up and besieged Samaria." But Samaria was the capital of the northern kingdom of Israel. You know, and when they besieged it, meaning what? That they set their troops around the city to the point where they cut off anything else coming in
Right.
and anything that was supposed to go out. Which that's a war tactic. And that's the same thing that the self-proclaimed white man is doing, which he is really acting on behalf of the Lord to fulfill prophecy. The Lord said he's gonna cut off the stay and the staff of Jerusalem, and the bread and the water.
Yeah, he did that to 70 AD. He seized the city. When he with Jerusalem, he built the wall around our wall and he locked it in and stopped it going out.
Same thing with Babylon, too.
Exactly.
Babylon.
Exactly.
And then, because in that time, that's Isaiah 3rd chapter. Even in that time, he cut off the prophets, the judges. The Lord cut off everything. He fit fake ass in, showing you that there wasn't no way to turn. Just how it's gonna be in this time when the Lord cut off everything. Now everybody gonna start trying to run what to the prophet. They're gonna try to run to where they seen the men of the Lord at. They're gonna try to run and find the stuff. They're gonna be like, let's get on YouTube. Let's get on YouTube. Remember they videos? And then when you click on video, you know how we click on certain videos within the pool elders videos down. I say this video is not available. You might be able to see the video, but when you click on it, it ain't nothing there for you to watch.
Hold on.
So go ahead.
It says, going back up, 2 Corinthians 5 and 10, and shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and countenancy, meaning lack of control, be multiplied on the earth. One land also shall ask another and say, is righteousness that make of a man righteous gone through thee? And it shall say, no.
So it's showing you how bad people gonna be looking for the men of the Lord. How bad people gonna be looking for the right way. But then that perplexity gonna be at an all-time high in these times when all these things get great. As we watch all these things things get ready to come to pass.
Yep. So yeah, go back. Yeah, no, finish
Okay.
that.
Okay.
You got it.
No, you good.
2 Kings 6:25.
So it's no way. It's going to be no way to escape. That's Jeremiah 11. They should not escape. Go ahead, Doc.
And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for four pieces of silver.
Hey, can you
Go ahead.
can you imagine, bro? Back then, like, okay, it was a famine, right? But can you imagine the craziness that how it's gonna be now? Because these are weaponized for food now. So these people got like it's like crack to these people. It's like crack to these people now. You know what I'm saying? So the famine gonna even be way 10 times worse than it was in Samaria in that time, bro. What do you want to say?
The thing is, at that time, you got to remember, Jake, we knew we was Israelites. We knew about the law and things like that. And for the most part, Jake was eating the clean foods.
Yeah.
Because the ass is a donkey. That's one of the foods you're not supposed to eat. So like the brother Shamari said, people going to resort to doing things that's questionable. You know, like the saying goes, desperate times calls for desperate measures. To the point where they said they bought an ass's head. It wasn't the leg, it wasn't the thigh, it was the head. It's no meat in the head.
Nope. Beautiful. That's the point. Yeah, because it's more bone than fucking.
Yeah. And then what he said for four pieces, 80 pieces of fucking silver.
That's a lot.
You know how much money that is in that time?
Yeah, that's a lot.
So just imagine what people, bro, you're gonna have, bro, you gonna have people like, bro, you're gonna have people goddamn motherfuckers goddamn throwing thousands at you for loaves with this, maybe 3 pieces of bread, let alone a loaf. You know what I'm saying?
Then you gotta think too, because the ass's head, like y'all was saying, barely no meat in there. It's mainly bone. So you can still utilize that. You know, you got bone marrow. You get the bone marrow out the bone. You can use the bones to make weaponry.
That's right.
You can use it to do, you know, and then you niggas need to start thinking like this.
That's
You
right.
Americans better start thinking and prepping like this, man. Because this is, like I was saying, the Lord is about to start requiring ancient like tactics back in the world, man.
Right.
Yes.
The ancient world is about to come to America, man.
That's the right way.
Fire was passed.
Fuck up, Doc.
And the Lord said he required what was passed. So all the things that was done in the ancient time, the Lord is about to put the spirits on these, especially the Israelites to so where it's going to come to pass where things will get years ago happen from, you know, by Esau, but it's still a way of, you know, the famine being pushed.
Start thinking like this. Start thinking.
We know it says, in the fourth part of a calf of judge gum for 5 pieces of silver.
Right, but the cab is like a like a cup. So dove's dung is very runny. So that's drinkable. People was drinking, you know, dove.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So these are the things people is gonna have to resort to, man. You know, and worse. Because when you ain't got that to eat, you gonna don't let you be by yourself. People gonna be eating their own flesh, eating their kids, doing very deep demonic like things.
Yep.
I can say that's couple verses.
Yeah.
I like it, y'all.
No, you good. Let's go, man.
Verse 26, it says, and as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall,
Wait, hold on. The king of Israel.
it says, there cried a woman unto him, saying, help me, O Lord, O king.
So even the king was in a lower state, man. And he was the king of Israel. You say I'm on? Right. He was even in straits. That's how bad this is going to be. Because in America, you're going to have these different, you got governors and mayors and different political officials that's living amongst the civilians. Them niggas gonna feel that shit too, man. The president, he's gonna be a part. You're gonna see that nigga wherever the fuck he at during the time. You're gonna see that nigga walk bent over, hunched over, fucked up, man.
Hey, that's a spiritual. The Lord called this place Syria. That's one of the names on America. Spiritual Syria. You know, it got many names. The Lord, all those guys are in America today, bro. So all those plagues and all that shit that happened here will happen. Brother quoted it earlier. Couple times, brother quoted it. I quoted it earlier, and one other quoted the other one. But basically, the things before time is going to happen again. It's a Lord require which is past. Yeah. So all that same judgment is about to come here, bro. Can you imagine? Like all that judgment came at separate times. It was like, oh, Babylon's judgment, Syria's judgment. You know what I'm saying? But can you imagine all of that at one area at one time, bro? This shit about to be what some way the movies couldn't even
Can't script
they
it.
can't script it. You can't fucking give you a visual of how bad it's gonna be. Go ahead, Quan.
Verse 27, it says, and he said, no, read that.
Yeah.
Verse 26, it says, and as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, O Lord, help me, O king.
Right. So you women are going to be very vulnerable, and y'all are going to be very vulnerable targets during this day. Elder people, women, and children are going to be the most vulnerable targets during this time period. So you had a woman, right? She was in distress. She seen the king. She's still thinking about the normal life mindset. This the king. This nigga, I know he got some type of visuals or something. So she asking for plea for the king. Oh, king, please help me.
Verse 27, it says, and you said, if the Lord do not help thee, when shall I help thee?
Exactly. So that's the point. The Lord is the one causing all of this to happen. And if you're not being aided during this time, that means the Lord is not with you, man. And if the Lord is not with you, ain't nobody gonna fucking help you. You can't help yourself, so how much more anybody else? So like, make your point.
Nah, don't think that. No, you good. I spirit because that's how it is. You gotta realize when shit is at an all-time high like that, because like King told us, the Lord don't help you. What I'm gonna do for you? And that's how we're gonna be in that time. Because guess what? When motherfuckers are scared and they life on the line, you even see it in these movies. They willing to listen to anything you got to say because they think what you gonna tell them gonna be able to help. You hear me? So it's showing you when these women out here, oh, there ain't gonna be no back talk then. Ain't gonna be no what you said what you say you saw on the way here. Ain't gonna be no none of that shit. You ain't gonna see a bunch of bitches in the you ain't gonna be you'll see a bunch of bitches in the street. No men, quoting this LGBT, they gonna be looking for the men with the mindset of an ancient man that's goddamn ready. Go ahead.
Because right now they saying that straight men are a red flag.
Yeah.
That day straight men are going to be a green flag. How fucking straight men a fucking red flag when straight men it's a scarcity of straight men on the earth, man.
Bitch, you won't even be here without a straight man. What the fuck
Seriously, bro.
What the fuck is you talking about? That shit irritating as fuck. So go ahead, I'll read the 29. Where you at?
You know what it says? It says, when shall I help thee, out of the barn floor or out of the wine press?
All right. What I'm gonna do is like it's a famine, bro. There's a fucking famine. Ain't no wine. I can't go to the wine cellar or go to them that sell it and buy some wine and give it to you. I can't go to the barn floor and crop my harvest and then give it to you and we split it down the middle, man. I can't do those things. Now I'm thinking about the account with Elijah. Shot, grab the account with Elijah, about shot. Got it.
Verse 28, it says, and the king said unto her,
Oh shit.
what Elias did? And she answered, this woman said unto me, get thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow.
So like the brother Samari said earlier, people gonna resort to eating their own flesh, which that's in a form of them eating their children. And that go back to the curse in Deuteronomy 28. Lord said that when the enemy will feed you in your gates, because you can be distressed from the paraphrasing, you're gonna have to resort to eating the flesh of your womb, your sons, your daughters, and things like that. Not a woman, she relayed to the king something that had just happened. She said, the woman said unto me, today we're gonna eat my son, then the next day we're gonna eat her son.
All right. Verse 29, it says, so we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her the next day, get thy son that we may eat him. And she had hid her son.
Yeah, but she's supplanting her ass. This is what people gonna be resorting to when it's a scarcity. Because here it is. We read earlier in the chapter that said that they had bought a ass's head. That was the people that actually had the means to do so. Right. So when people don't got the means to access certain food and whatnot that they can come across, or that they do come across, what they're gonna have to resort to, they're gonna have to eat the people around.
Yeah, bro, you know how real it is for you to say, I'm gonna eat my son? Like, nigga, what?
Bro.
Verse 30, it says, and it came to pass when the king heard the words of the woman that he rent his clothes and he passed by upon the wall, and the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within him with it upon his flesh.
Right. Which a king is supposed to wear what? Kingly apparel. So to see the king, the highest person in the kingdom at that time wearing sackcloth, that lets you know that shit is real. Because sackcloth represent mourning, and that's what's coming to America, mourning. Okay, whether it be the governor, the mayor, like you said, it don't matter what your status is in society, you're gonna experience grievous things. Right? All these things we just named are key bullet points to let you know the downfall of a kingdom. Right? America is downfall as far as the dream. This is the book of Second Ezra. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 9, verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings in effects and signs.
Right, just like in Egypt. When Egypt fell, it fell with powerful wonders and signs and works, right, that the Lord did. And it was judgments and deliverance. So the Lord gonna do that same thing now, man. Got it?
Verse 7, and every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said peril.
That's the only way to escape, man. Everything we've been talking about, the only way to escape is your work and your faith in YAHWASHI and truth and sincerity, man. All right, so with that being said, Lord, was the edifying camp. Closing out, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who were well. Shalom, shalom. Palm Yasharah.
Mashallah, Bible boy, man.